Hello everyone and welcome today. Today is a little bit of a different video, and today I would like to explain to you all why I don't feel like college is for everyone and why you should pursue other trades other than college if you don't feel like college is your path. One of the biggest things that people tell me all the time is that they just don't know if they're ready for college. And that's okay. As soon as you get out of high school, you may not know what you want to do automatically. So let me start with this. If you are like me and you are in Tennessee, you get a thing called Tennessee Promise once you get out of high school. It is for 2 years of college at certain schools if you apply that will offer Tennessee Promise, meaning that you get 2 years free of tuition and get to go to college free. Now, for most people, this seems like an amazing deal, but at the same time can also pertain to the idea that you may not feel like college is what you want to do. You may have come from a childhood of where your dad worked on AC fax, or maybe he was an electrician, plumber, and you maybe feel more passionate about going to a trade school versus a school to go follow a medical degree, engineering degree, whatever degree, an English degree, anything like that. So here today, I'm here to give you some options I think that a lot of people miss out on, and some tips and advice on how you can pursue your life into a better life and make money and support yourself. Okay, let's get into it. For our first point today, I'm going to go ahead and give you is number one, take it slow. Your life is so far ahead of you if you are watching this at the age of 18, or maybe you're watching this later in life. If so, it is never too late to have a good mindset. If there's one thing that my advisors have always told me during college is that number one, you want to keep your mindset on a goal. It is not bad to keep out a file or a page or even a calendar of things that you want to get done in the month. This is super vital to helping you cope with the stress of life, because life can get super inconvenient if you don't take it in scheduling process. So make sure you take it slowly. It's very difficult, and I understand. I was awful at it before I made out a calendar and started making out assignments. Still, even with this, you still might be throbbed by the pain of stress and still might have a awful way of dealing with this, but at least you'll have an idea and points and ways to go at it instead of just looking at a endless possibility of paths to go. Our second point is number two. Number one, number two. These are all supposed to be chronologically followed. I built this list with the idea and the attention that you should follow. So the first point was to make sure you are staying and keeping a good schedule on stuff and slow down. Our second point is once you have completed that first one, you will move into the second tier. Think of this as a pyramid. You are climbing your way up to the top. The top is the peak where you want to be, where you are happy, where you are sustainable financially, and three, where you are at ease, at peace, okay? So number two is to then start following your path. Take me, for example. I wanted to be an engineer. Actually, let me go further into that. I wanted to be a chemical engineer. When my first semester began at my college I was attending, I started realizing that number one, I did not enjoy math. I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would. This is very vital to understand that just because you wasted one semester on something that you felt like you were going to does not mean that you are unable to keep going. This is pertaining to people in college more versus someone that's in a trade, but still can be used, because if you don't feel like that trade is for you, or if you're at a job that you don't really enjoy, you can always find a way out of it. The worst thing I hear people tell me all the time is that they are unable to get out of college. That is a no-brainer, okay? You can get out of college and you can start following a good job. There are many jobs, especially now with the economy, that are hiring people and want people. As long as you're able to sit at a job for the certain amount of hours that you are scheduled and do a good job, you will be already way ahead of other people. This is very simply just make sure you are doing what you are told. Okay, now that you've started your goals and now that you're following into where you want to go and pursuing a goal, what is the next thing we need to work on? The next thing you need to work on, third point, is making sure that you are at ease, at peace. The number three thing that people always tell me is that they're stressed, they don't know where they're going, and three, they're just not happy with life. Listen, life sucks. Life is not easy. And listen, I hate the way that people tell kids and ask them as a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? This is a very bad question to start telling kids because we're already forcing them to make a choice. We're making them have to make up in their mind as a kid what they want to be. If this is with parents pushing onto kids something that they don't want to do, a kid may be really good at math, but his parents may want him to grow up and be a doctor. So instead of pursuing something that he wants and something that he's going to be happy at with and at peace with once he attains a degree or gets to the goal that he is wanting to get to, second point right there, we need to understand we don't need to force that on people. We need to let kids be happy and ourselves be happy, but at the same time be focusing on a goal. Just because you're not doing anything with your life and you're happy doesn't mean you're following all the steps. You're just focusing on the third one, which is just being happy. You're happy maybe drinking every night and going to parties and getting a hangover and throwing up in the toilet. That may make you happy. It may make you happy smoking. It may make you happy going around all these relationships. But at the same time, that's not what's going to make you happy and financially stable and focusing on a goal. You are getting thrown at the wolves. Think of this like a narrow path. You want to be on a narrow path. As soon as you start focusing fully on happiness, you are diverging from the path that you are needing to stay straight on. You are going off into the fields. Imagine that you are on a road. There are fields on the side of you. There are mountains, there are lakes, there are villages, there are everything you could ever want to do in life. So many things, but unless you are focusing on a narrow path and staying straight and going toward a goal, you are not pursuing a good financial stable life. You need to make sure that you are staying on track and that you are focusing on your goals. So the third point is to make sure that you are happy, but at the same time following all the 3 points that we have covered. All right, you made it to number 4. Okay, this is the last step. Now that we've focused on, number 1, keeping a good schedule, 2, having a goal and making sure you stay straight onto it, and 3, making sure that you are happy but don't diverge off the path fully on happiness. 4 is completing the goal. Now take this for example. You wake up in the morning and what do? Most people would say they would make their bed and get ready. Some people may not. You may have heard the simple theory, if you make your bed every single day, you're going to be more successful. That is true in a sense, but that doesn't just apply to a bed. Because what you are doing is that you are focusing on one thing and you're setting your mind to finish a goal. That is why making a bed every day is good, because it teaches you small life lessons. But at the same time, you need to focus. Did not mean to hit my mic there. You need to focus on making sure that you are completing your goal. So let me tell you something. I had a friend recently who quitted vaping. The reasons that he took to quitting vaping was very simple. Number 1, he didn't hit his vape as much. That's a goal. 2, he ended up quitting it and just throwing it away. That's a 2. That's a second goal. And 3, he ended up quitting vaping because he followed 3 steps of what he was wanting to do. That applies to what I was saying. Number 1, he kept a schedule on how many times he hit it. 2, he made sure to keep his mind away on a goal and to be not stressed. Not stressed. 2 was to keep a goal. And 3, he achieved the goal. He was happy. And 4, he completed the goal. Now, that was just a friend. Now he is on to making big money at a company. That doesn't just mean apply to vaping. That doesn't apply to drinking. That doesn't apply just to relationships. This doesn't even apply to jobs in the future or college. This applies to anything. If I walk over to clean something and I don't clean it, I have already disobeyed the 4 points that I have made. I have not achieved anything. I have diverged off the path, and I am not happy because I did not complete the goal that I set forward. This applies to everything in life. So if you don't know if college is working for you and you don't know where you need to be, I would encourage for you to really reflect on yourself and reflect on other people and ask other people for advice. The biggest thing in life we can give is advice to people and give people the motivation to do stuff. Alrighty, now that we have completed everything that we needed to do, I hope you all look forward and toward your goals. And if you need any advice, make sure you comment down in the description or the comment section. I will leave a mini description of what the points were and how you could fulfill them. And if you guys want me to make more videos on this topic, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so I can be notified and know that this is stuff that you all want to know. Thank you all so much for letting me educate you and give you some advice. Thank you. And these are lessons I have learned from other people and have learned to focus on, and focus mainly on the point that, number one, I can be taught things and give people advice, because just because I'm a young man, I hope I can give some inspiration and motivation to other people because of what I was given by others. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day, like I said, and a wonderful night. I hope that you follow these 4 points and hopefully are able to make yourself more prospered in the future. All right, that's all. Thank you.